word Chicano isn't something that you hear in an elementary school setting.
Parking is one of the most serious concerns for students at UTRGV. This person shared her thoughts via Facebook, saying a cop was just shot in Edinburgh.
Más de 230 espacios de estacionamiento.
Okay, so you've actually been in 3 productions. Thank you for joining us on this first UTRGV TV edition of the year. I'm Yuliana Quiroz. On this week's top story, President Donald Trump makes his first trip to the Rio Grande Valley and lands in McAllen amid a partial government shutdown over the fight for the border wall. According to DPS, Trooper Moises Sanchez is still in critical condition, and Victor Alejandro Godinez has been charged with 3 counts of attempted murder of a peace officer at a $3 million bond. We reached out to Edinburgh PD to comment on the social media conversations, but they did not want to release any at the moment. Although there's only one snack and go-kart here on the Edinburgh campus, Gonzalez says she's working on implementing one before the month of November on the Brownsville campus. We wanted to speak with a female staff member who received the phone call, but we could not obtain further information until the investigation closes. The investigation is being conducted in conjunction with the FBI field office in Brownsville. Back to you, Rocio. From walking down these halls in this very building, to working at these very centers.
Even though many cities in the Mid-Valley were not directly affected by Hurricane Harvey, many were prepared and did not want to take the risk.
Today is the last day for early voting here in Edinburgh and across 8 local entities in Hidalgo County. If you haven't gone out to vote, make sure you do so today by 7 p.m. in your respective city. With large numbers of asylum seekers awaiting court hearings, many are in need of basic necessities. Our reporter Jose Guerrero has details on what one club is doing to help those in need, just as Thanksgiving is right around the corner.
Más de 230 espacios de estacionamiento fueron agregados aquí en los lotes E25 y E26 en el noreste del campus de Edinburgh.
Nearly 50 students have expressed their need for transportation from Rio Grande City to our campus here in Edinburgh. Rolf says that UTRGV is the only university in the UT system to have narcotics dogs on campus.
It was an all-day event with speakers coming in from several pro-migrant organizations, including the internationally known Executive Director of Catholic Charities of the Rio Grande Valley, Sister Norma Pimentel. On this week's top story, a newly proposed bill would require Texas public high school students to pass a citizenship test in order to graduate. Our reporter, Rocio Villalobos, brings us the story. We thank you for representing UTRGV and for all that hard work, because we know it's a lot. It's not something that you get from one day to the next to be a national title winner, so we thank you for that. That's right, this exhibit was launched just last week, and visitors from all over the valley were able to experience quite the ancient world.
In the future, Conchola plans to still be a graphic designer and illustrator, but also teach as a professor at a university.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Spotlight of the Month, and today we've invited Felicia Wills. She's a team member in the women's track and field, and she's also a theater major. She's a star both on the track and on the stage. Both Izquierdo and Alvarez feel excited about the project and hope to continue expanding a deeper understanding of both community and heritage to Rio Grande Valley students. In the studio for UTRGV TV, I'm Yuliana Quiroz.
I thought it was pretty fun being on campus. I didn't think there was any risk to me being on campus.
UTRGV student Isaac Martinez says he felt safe on campus the night of April 6th. But when he saw something go wrong, he posted on the UTRGV students' Facebook page saying, "If you're on campus, go home." Chief Munguia tells us the suspect was never near the UTRGV Edinburgh campus, but they were called to send out notifications after a person looking like the now accused Victor Alejandro Godinez was spotted. on a terroristic threat made at the UT Health Bob Clark Clinic, located almost 7 miles away from the Brownsville campus. Assistant Chief of Police tells us the threat was made by phone call with a Mexican phone number from an unknown male to a female staff member in the building that afternoon.
Cities like that of Elsa were busy digging, packing, and handing out sandbags to local residents.
We've been having staff meetings with our emergency staff, and we're making sure that all our streets are clear of debris. And as you see, we're preparing sandbags for our citizens, and there's a long line of cars. Everybody's, I guess, getting prepared for this hurricane.
Pimentel fue uno de los invitados por el Dr. José Villarreal. Hablamos con él anteriormente y él nos dice que la convocatoria para el desarrollo del evento fue que UTRGV comprendiera el sufrimiento de las familias migrantes, después de decir que los medios conservadores han estado mostrando solo un punto de vista del tema.
We need more information.
Necesitamos más información y debemos estimular el interés en la difícil situación de los migrantes para que podamos tener una perspectiva más sensible y humanitaria.
But Odin isn't the only one in UTRGV PD's K-9 unit with a heck of a sniffer. Sergeant Ralph says there are now 3 K-9 officers, the newest addition being K-9 Ica.
So I'm a first-time K-9 handler. I've never been a K-9 handler before, so this is new to me, as well as K-9 Ica.
The RGC petition for transportation was actually initiated by a Brownsville student who felt that having to pay $80 for a trip to Edinburgh was simply unfair.
Y se me hizo muy injusto que Rio Grande no tiene transporte para ir a la universidad, porque yo creo que es muy importante tener transportación para todos para poder tener una educación.
The responding agencies were UTRGV Police and the Cameron County Sheriff's Office. Officials tell us this is the first time a threat of this nature has been made at UTRGV.
I would agree with the chief that as far as this one, as far as like a straight terroristic threat to one of our facilities, yes, this is the first one I can remember. And I've been here since the school opened.
Este estudiante habló en nombre de aquellos que tienen un horario difícil y no pueden llegar temprano al campus y encontrar un espacio de estacionamiento.
Somos estudiantes y tenemos limitaciones de tiempo y recursos. No pueden venir a nosotros y decirnos que prestemos esos recursos.
What started off as a meaningless hand sign for a new organization,
we were just messing around with our hands, trying to think of other ways that we could form a V,
has quickly taken UTRGV by storm, as this powerful mark even reached President Bailey himself, to now being the Chief Executive Officer for the Museum of South Texas History. What if we could have learned more about the place we live in from our elementary school classrooms? Dr. Joy Izquierdo and Dr. Stephanie Alvarez are both professors and directors for 2 important centers at UTRGV.
Educators are hesitant to use a word like Chicano for younger children.
The option selected is option A. Congratulations!
UTRGV's official mascot costume was finally revealed at the Vaqueros vs. Cardinals baseball game. Over 2,800 votes were submitted from April 20th through April 30th, selecting option A with 65% of the overall vote. Visualizing drawing and painting is Alexandria Conchola's life as an MFA student, graphic designer, and illustrator.
Acrylic or oils or watercolor.